What if a single woman, once a pirate queen, held the fate of empires in her hands? Her name was Ching Shih, and she would rewrite the rules of power. The South China Sea, a vast expanse of blue, teeming with trade and treachery. In the late 18th century, this was no ordinary waterway. It was a battleground for the ambitious. The Qing dynasty reigned in China, while European powers sought to expand their influence. The winds of change blew across the seas, opening doors to new worlds, but also unleashing chaos. Pirates roamed these waters, striking fear into the hearts of merchants and governments alike. Among them emerged a figure whose name would echo through history: Ching Shih. Born in the late 70s of the 18th century, she began as a poor fisherman's daughter in Guangdong. Her destiny seemed limited, until one fateful night. It was the year 1801. Ching Shih, now a young woman, found herself in the embrace of a pirate crew led by the infamous Zheng Yi. Captured by his charisma, she soon rose to power as his wife. Together, they commanded the Red Flag Fleet, a coalition of pirates that grew to over 200 ships and a crew numbering in the thousands. They were a force to be reckoned with. They brought terror to coastal towns, demanding tribute and respect. The Qing government, desperate to quell this uprising, sent fleets of their own. They tried once, they tried twice, but each time the pirates outsmarted them. Ching Shih was no ordinary pirate. She was a strategist, a diplomat, and a fierce leader. All they saw was a woman, but she was a storm brewing. Tragedy struck in 1807. Zheng Yi, the man who had given her power, died in a violent storm at sea. The fleet faced a crisis. Commanders were divided. Some wanted to return to piracy, while others sought a more legitimate path. Ching Shih stood at a crossroads. She gathered the men and boldly declared, "We can be feared or respected, but we can't be both. I choose respect." Her words ignited a fire. They rallied behind her. Under her leadership, the fleet transformed into a formidable navy. She established a pirate code, enforcing discipline and order. But this was not enough. The Qing dynasty still sought to eliminate her. The pressure mounted, and then came a decision that would change everything. In 1809, Ching Shih negotiated with the Qing government. "Surrender," they said. "Lay down your arms and accept a full pardon." But she had a different plan. "I won't simply fade into obscurity," she declared. Instead, she offered a compromise, a treaty that would grant her and her fleet autonomy in exchange for their loyalty to the Qing crown. It was a gamble, one that could lead to betrayal or unprecedented power. The Qing dynasty hesitated. Here was a pirate queen articulating terms of peace. They had never seen this before. Ching Shih's audacity shocked them. Would they accept her terms, or was she about to become a target once more? A tense silence hung in the air. Then, the unexpected happened. In 1810, the Qing accepted her terms. Ching Shih emerged not just as a pirate, but as a formidable diplomat. The Red Flag Fleet became the official naval force of the Qing dynasty, protecting trade routes while maintaining autonomy. They respected her and feared her. Ching Shih transitioned from notorious pirate to a respected leader, commanding over 30,000 loyal followers. This was unprecedented. She kept pirates at bay, reduced piracy in the region, and even commanded respect from European powers. But her greatest legacy wasn't conquest, it was peace, a peace that came from her remarkable ability to adapt and negotiate. Ching Shih retired in 1822, living the rest of her life in relative anonymity. Her story faded into the sands of time, yet her legacy endured. She reshaped the narrative of women in power, proving they could command and negotiate as fiercely as any man. Today, Ching Shih symbolizes the complexities of power and diplomacy. In a world where piracy often meant chaos, She showed that even the fiercest of warriors could choose the path of peace. Her life prompts us to consider how far we've come in recognizing the value of diverse leadership. Could her story inspire today's leaders to embrace negotiation over confrontation